Welcome, my name is Ria. Often when I ask in my in-person classes, is there any specific area that you would like me to work with? A lot of people surprisingly says hips. I want to open my hips. So I'm going to do a hip opener and it's just going to be 3 stretches. All right. So it's not complicated, but it's actually, I think, the most essential stretches you can get because you get covered all around. No need to do any movements just for now. I just want to show you. You can take the left knee on the floor. If you have a yoga mat, you might fold it. Left knee on the floor, you step the right foot to the front. Hands on the inside of the knee. Now, here, you will feel a stretch. I'm just going to show you. If you're there and you're happy, you feel it, great, stay there. I see a lot of people new into this, going like this. This is not giving me a stretch. I need the front foot further to the front so I can lower down my hip and keep the knee, front knee, can't see it, but somewhere here into my shoulder. We're going to stretch the psoas and hip flexors on the left leg, where the knee is down. And you're stretching the hamstring, at least the part that's up towards the glutes on this right leg. It's all good things. And if you're super flexible, you might come lower down on elbows or even go for a full split with the leg forward. I can't do that. And there's no need to actually be able to do it. But try to stay here and breathe for a little bit. Not resisting, not pushing into a stretch. And then we switch side. So I'm just coming out of my folded mat. Opposite side. Left leg. And don't automatically expect that your body will be 100% like left to right. Hand on the inside. Now if you can't reach the floor because the hip is tight, you can always come up here. I don't prefer that if you have any blocks or maybe just a table to hold on to, a chair to hold on to, do that. There's a balance aspect here that requires some sort of muscle tension. And when we want to stretch, we want the muscle to relax. So avoid any kind of balance sensation here if you can. Maybe you count on your breath. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times. Inhale. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Coming out of this. Now we're going to go for a bit of a different place in the body. Again, I'm going to show you the traditional way of doing it and then what you can do if you feel like, nah, this is not my thing. So you can take the right leg down, whatever direction, put here. And then we're going to stack, it's called cow face. Going to stack the knees somewhat on top of each other. I know that's not accessible to a lot of people. So if this is your thing, just stay here and lean forward for a stretch on the outside of the thigh. If this is not something you can do, maybe just take the left leg on the front, outside, whatever you want to call it, and then lean forward like this. All right. Most likely you'll feel something. Okay, you can always cross a little bit. Anything, especially if you lean forward. Okay, so stay there. And make sure you remember which leg is on top or in front. Try to relax. Almost feels like a stretch in a pigeon pose. And I didn't want to take pigeon pose because it's a little bit hard on the knees. count 5 deep breaths. Feeling the belly. One last breath. If you're cross-legged at any variation, take a look, and then you do it opposite or the awkward side, whatever it is. If you're like me, you shake things out, and then we do right knee at the bottom, left at the top. I feel sensation, stretching sensation in both of my thighs here, outer hip. So it's not that big of a difference when we switch, but fair to be fair. Both sitting bones firmly on the floor. You might sit more on the left than the right, but we don't want to lean over to the side. Always welcome to make that input to your legs, to kind of touch, to see if you can make it relax. When we stretch for more flexibility, we want the body to relax in order to really gain the benefits of the stretch. If you want to do this video and these stretches more often, currently research suggests that 5 times per week and 1 minute relaxed in each posture is actually what you need. So more frequently than long time is the name of the game. It wouldn't be suggested just to put a timer on 1 minute and get into a stretch and stay there for 1 minute. You might get into a stretch, try to relax, and then put the time on 1 minute. So it becomes a little bit more than 1 minute in total. All right. You feel this. Now, this was the back, this was the side. Now we're gonna go for the inner hip, the groins. So that's butterfly. You can also do other variations, but I wanted to try to go a little bit simple. So gather the sole of the feet. You might roll up the mat and sit a little bit higher if you're like this. All right. So get something to elevate your hip slightly, if that's helpful. You don't have to reach for the feet. I like that. And if there is an option of leaning forward like this a little bit, make sure that your navel moves first, so you're not head diving forward, but leaning forward. You feel this in your lower back as well. Now, if you're in this posture and your legs are almost down towards the floor and your heels are almost in, you might not need to stretch your thighs because then you are pretty mobile. In my opinion, I am super satisfied with where I am. I don't need to become more mobile. So it's a matter of how you feel in your body, and it's a matter of how much flexibility, mobility you actually need. Two more deep breaths. that's it. That's covering very simply the basics of stretching your hips. So I hope that was enjoyable. Make sure you repeat it. Have a wonderful and blessed day. And thank you for subscribing and liking.